Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 30 base.
It's going to be a long...
Hey, echo.
It's going to be a long...
On first down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Back to throw. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. It's another first down for Seattle. They're stringing some good plays together in the passing game. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Check. Greystone travel. Hey, Rocket. Rock. Ready.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Past the 20. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 20. Give me that ball, defense. Hurry.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, on 133. Pistol.
Mayfield on play action. And an alley to run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch the pass.
61, matchbox right.
Begin.
Up. Bravo.
12. Mike 12. Watch the screen.
Check Mike 12. Mike 12.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 10.
King.
Hey, watch the slant.
Point it right. I got it.
And they're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Good stuff.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Alert. Regular. Real. Regular. Run.
Hey, switch gears.
Hurry.
Check 99. Tighten up.
Run.
Get wide.
Hey, Zoo.
Slam.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Alert.
Here I come. He's crashed.
Real.
He's checking crash.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Throwing on first down. Herbert setting up the screen for Cook. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone. And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Buda Baker with a pick. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready up.
47. Mike's 47. I'm here all day.
5.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good job. Good stop, D.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers. Flush to his right. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Crunch. Switch, switch, switch. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, Haywood. Hurry, hurry.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, it's Hines. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Alert!
At the 40-yard line.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to
Hurry!
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Regular.
check 6 down. 5-12.
Now Mayfield. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Mike 12. Hey, alert 33.
From the gun, Mayfield. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, alert 33. Up.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Mayfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Let's get this.
Hey, exit.
Mike 12. Don't get nervous.
Run.
We own them. Mike 12. Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Pistol.
Watch safety creep.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 59 yards. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, John. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Matthews. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hurry!
I can't believe they let you play.
Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
20 right, 20 right, 20 right. Hurry!
On third down, Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, echo. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Cut. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 43.
Hurry, hurry.
We got double up.
My touch.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Preston Smith. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Blue draw quarter. 70, Indy. Shoot.
Off play action. Herbert. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 17th touchdown now on the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Let's go.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Regular. Hurry.
Tackles.
Mayfield now. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Mike 12. Here we go. Mike 12.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off down near the 5. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back to throw. Herbert.
And that's the second sack of the game. But
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on, set, 30 base. 61, matchbox, light.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Metcalf once again the target. That'll bring up second down.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Delta.
Mike 10. I'm on. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. I know he ain't got it.
Opposite. Hurry.
10's the mic.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Watch that.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. He'll find Metcalf. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Strong right.
It's third down.
Hey, alert. Real.
Here we go.
Pistol. Hey, wahoo. Hurry.
Mayfield to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw a shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Watch the slant.
Hey, alert.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Throwing, Mayfield, and that's complete. It's Watson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Mayfield on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
4th down, Mayfield. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They begin the drive with Hines. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike,
Hurry!
Mike 10, Mike 10. Here we go, here we go. Hey, we got Mike 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Let's get sack lunch.
Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Juju Smith-Schuster, 76 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that work counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check Mike 12. Mike 12. Mike 12.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On the ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but he's still adapted. Picked off right around the 43. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Regular. Kings. Hey, seam 6.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Five.
Watch the screen.
Check Mike 12.
He's scared. 12's the mark.
Hey, Charlie.
Army. Mike 12.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Preston Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
3rd and long.
Mike 12. All you get is a headache. Mike 12.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Bandit. 10's the mic.
Hey, we got to get this stopped.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Lorenzo Carter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Alert 3. Joker, 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 Joker. Out.
Kings. Point it right. Hurry.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check your hot read.
Alert. Go.
Tens the mic.
Point it right.
Check three.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Bravo.
We got three. Three down. Watch out.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem